Hey friends, today we're going to make an Elements of Art hands project. What are the elements of art? Do you see lines, shapes, colors, and textures within the space of these drawings of hands? If you answered yes, then you are noticing the elements of art. Let's explore. Here's some different types of lines. Straight, zigzag, wavy or curvy, loop-de-loop, maybe dotted. Can you name these shapes? Square, circle, heart, star, diamond, trapezoid. What other kinds of shapes can you make? What is texture? Texture is the way something feels, and you draw texture by repeating a line or a shape. Hairy texture, scaly texture, bumpy texture. What other kinds of textures can you create? What's your favorite color? Mine is green, just like my fingernails. To get started, you need a piece of paper, just a piece of printer paper, a pencil, and we're going to create a design within this space by tracing our hand 3 times. You can put your hand anywhere on the paper and start tracing your fingers. And a tip to tracing your fingers is to make sure your pencil is straight up and down, not tilted to the side. It will go under your fingers and your fingers will look too skinny. So keep the pencil straight up and down. We got one hand. I think I might turn the page to place my hand down a second time, and it's okay to overlap or place one hand over the other, and it's also okay to have your hand cropped off the paper. Again, keep that pencil straight up and down. Don't let it turn and go under your fingers. And now for my third tracing, I think I might turn the paper again and just have some fingers, maybe some together, some apart. Just have the fingers coming into the page. Now I'm going to pick one hand and create a design inside that hand using one of our art elements, line. You can create a design using one type of line, or you can use different types of lines for your design. I think I might do a combination of different types of lines. Any way you want to create a design inside that hand using only line. Now, by repeating different lines and overlapping lines, I've also created texture. Now I'm going to pick a different hand and I'm going to create a design inside that hand using only shape, another art element. And again, you can pick one type of shape, or you can create a design using different types of shapes. I think I'll use circles on the fingers And then when I get to the palm, maybe it'll change. And I'll start to use triangles. Now, what did I create by repeating shapes in this hand? Yes, texture. Let's go to the third hand. And for this design, we're going to have a shape and line combination. Maybe I'll combine the shape semicircle with the line type of zigzag. That could be fun. Now it's time to add color. For my lion's hand, I'm kind of reminded of a sea creature, so I've chosen some blues and purples to color this hand with. I would outline your lines first with a marker, or if you don't have a marker, maybe outline with a crayon, but press really hard with the crayon so it shows up rather dark. Take your time outlining and coloring in, and also explore blending colors with your crayons or your colored pencils as you color in your hands. What do your hand designs remind you of? This one kind of reminds me of a turtle. So I think I might pick some greens to color this one in. I'm also going to erase where I have the overlapping happening so that it looks like the turtle hand is on top of the sea creature hand. Don't feel like you have to color your hands the colors of something they remind you of. It's just an idea. I would avoid, however, using the same colors for all three hands so that they stand out from each other. This one reminds me a little bit of a robot, so I'm thinking gray with red. Before I color in the background, I'm going to ask myself, what colors have I not used? Orange, yellow. Maybe I'll combine those two colors together to color in the background so that the hands stand out against the background or contrast the background. I also thought it might be fun to color in the background so the orange blends into the yellow and turns into yellow as it moves across the page, creating an ombre effect. All works of art have the elements of art. What are they again? Line, shape, color, texture, and space.